You were telling me, you seen something on someone's Sky TV?
Yeah, the Pope Francis. He's the leader of the World Ass Bandit Club for little kids.
Wait, didn't he come out and say something about the priests?
Yeah, he says 1 in 3 priests were paedophiles.
1 in 3, that means 33% then, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, right. So, you would naturally assume the propaganda material would give the same sort of amount, wouldn't you?
Oh, for sure.
Well, just so happens, I picked up a copy of Metro, free paper, and apparently it's only 1 in 50 priests is a pervert, says Pope. So the propaganda are talking rubbish again and lying again. Can you believe it?
Well, I can actually. Because have you seen this? And this is from Sunday's Mirror, which I found in a bin. This chap, it's applied underage rent boys for Tory ministers. I want to show everybody this. You see it says be afraid, right? Don't be afraid of these. No. They're just brainwashed, right? Be afraid of priests and parliamenticians and people who supply rent boys. You've got something to add to that, haven't you? Well,
it's just it's appeared in again this propaganda thing. Young boys drugged and raped by MP's apartment near the Houses of Parliament. How long are we going to let these paedophiles get away with it for?
Well, here's some more, look. Yeah. And there he is, the late Judge Lord Michael Havers, who we were on about the other day. Elizabeth Sloss, his brother.
Actually, in this one, doesn't it mention that he helped cover up the paedophilia in the 80s?
Yeah, you can see it just there, look. The peer's credibility was called into question after her late brother, former Attorney General Sir Michael Havers, Lord and Judge, was linked to the abuse claims.
So let me get this right. They're trying to say... Oh, because at the bottom of this, what does it say? Go on, tell everybody what it says at the bottom.
It's quite funny, this. It says, yesterday, Home Office and Minister James Brokenshire told Sky News, I think Baroness Buckler Sloss's integrity shines through.
So...
What, she's protecting all the rape, child rape?
A brother covered it up in the 80s, and she's going to cover it up today?
Correct, yeah.
Ah, well, that's perfectly reasonable.
Using public money, of course.
Of course.
Right. You see this? Can you read his name? Boyd somebody.
Rhodes Boyson.
Rhodes Boyson, he was at it as well. It says that, yeah, he was at all the MP sex party where they've got young boys and children.
Now, these are, just tell me if I'm wrong here, but these are the same MPs that say, oh, we're going to do this law, we're going to bring a bedroom tax law. We're going to do, well, it's not law, it's just a statute, but... So they're saying we have to obey the rules while they quite clearly don't. Ah, right.
Yeah, Thatcher was at it as well. Right, and have you seen this chap? He's the foreign minister.
Oh, yeah.
William Hague, his name is. Billy Hague. Right, also he was at sex parties as well. And these are sex parties with young boys, pretty young boys and girls.
Under the age of 13,
yes.
I'll add to that.
Disgusting. So, be afraid of our servitude. Didn't you say the royal family's at it as well?
Oh yeah, yeah. So let's just go through a brief list. We've got Hague, we've got Cameron,
Rhodes Boyson, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Havers.
Havers, who's actually got quite a famous brother, hasn't he?
Nigel Havers, the actor.
Yeah. I'd start looking there as well. Who's the Lib Dem guy, the leader? Clegg. He's been with Leon Britton, the pervert. He was there, so he will be involved. He will definitely be involved. So it seems like all of those that are the heads seem to be paedophiles.
Well, I read about something about, you know, you were saying that they get a certain amount of power when they have power and control over other people, especially young children.
Yeah.
And I read this in the raw material. And basically our negative other selves get an enormous amount of power. Even when they're hunting and killing and raping these kids. It's sickening. So, everyone, are you still voting for these? You
vote, you're saying it's okay by you. Just bear that in mind. You're on the voters register, you're saying that's okay by me. I agree with them. They should be allowed to rape innocent children. That's what you're doing by even being on the voters register.
So let me get it this way. If all the MPs are negative of themselves in so-called authority, and all the judges and the lords and the police, and not all of them are at it, are they? You reckon about 90% rather than 1 in 50?
Well, this is why they get away with it. The MPs are paedophiles. The heads of the police, paedophiles. The heads of the councils, paedophiles. The heads of the courts, paedophiles. Most of the judges, paedophiles. Does it just how deep does it go? It goes right to the very top.
Well, it's going to go even deeper, isn't it? Because if you think about it, if it was going on in the 80s, then it was going on in the 90s.
Well, this is why they're referring
so it's
to
going
it.
on in the 2000s. Is it still going on
This
now?
is why they're referring to it as historic paedophile. It's not historic. It was happening back then, and it's still happening today.
Is there any military that are still in Afghanistan and Iraq?
Well, of course,
that
the
could
heads
come
of
back
the military,
to England and arrest
the
all
heads
these
of the
people?
military will be paedophiles as well.
Although, did they swear an allegiance to Her Majesty
Of course, they all.
Queen Elizabeth
yeah, they
II?
do. In fact, I was talking to a soldier a few years back, and I was pointing out the fact that the governments are totally corrupt, and he said, "Oh, that's okay, because I don't swear an oath to them. I swear an oath to the Queen." They've got them banged to rights, so every way you want.
Absolutely fantastic. So, who are you going to call? Ghostbusters?
Pedobusters.
It's warm today.
Yeah, that makes me wonder, you know, because all of these that seem to get in a position of so-called power are paedophiles, you've got to ask the question, is John Collins, is he a paedophile? He's certainly, well, we know all the corruption he's got going off in Nottingham. It's just
Allegedly.
a question. It's
Just a question. Just a question. I saw him the other day, he walked straight past here. Yeah.
Station Street.
Stared at me like this.
Zero's Barbers.
Come down if you want a haircut in the chat. It's not open Mondays. That's it for now. There's the good news for today.